really interesting. You would remember yesterday, which will also form a part of our conversation later on the show. The former governor of Rivers State was talking about the structure and how he will not relinquish the structure to anyone or for anything. But what's your take on this move? You think it's a smart move? Yes, they have reconciled to an extent, or they are still in the reconciliatory process. However, you can never be too careful. That's what they say. You can never be too careful. So that's the latest development concerning the political drama in Rivers State. How are you reacting to that? That's the question I want to ask you this afternoon. How are you reacting? You think it's a smart move, or do you think still going to court is like saying to the other party or the other divide that I don't necessarily trust you, even though we're shaking hands, even though we're embracing each other? I don't necessarily trust you. Is that what it looks like? Well, what do you think? Because then again, usually in politics, there is always the part for vengeance. Some politicians would hold their peace after a fight, looking for a better time to strike. But I'd like to get your thoughts on that. Let's move on now to the next big stories. I woke up this morning to this news, and even if it was to become a still news, I would still use the news. Yeah, and I'll tell you why. So yesterday we talked about the Rivers elders and why they did not, try to stop this drama that is happening before it even happened. Because when you listen to some of the elders, they'll tell you, oh, we foresaw this, like my guest yesterday. We have been seeing that the former governor has been micromanaging the governor. The statements like that. And I couldn't help but ask my guest yesterday, why did the Rivers elders, whether the political elders or natural elders, why did they not stop the situation from escalating to the point it has now reached? However, while I was still hoping that the elders will mediate and bring about peace, I saw a video where the elders were talking about the former governor being the leader of the party, and they talked about how they are on the side of the former governor. And I laughed. But I'm wondering what your reaction is, because my reaction was laughter. I really did not choose a side, whether they were wrong or right. No, I didn't do that. But I just laughed. And I'm wondering what your reaction is to what the elders have come out to say this morning, or was it yesterday? A group under the aegis of Rivers elders say they are in support of the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, the report read. The group, led by Ferdinand Alagbraba, pledged its loyalty to the former governor and cautioned what they called the newfound friends of Governor Fubara to reconsider their actions, which they said could lead to a total confusion and disorder in the state. Those who signed the speech include Sergeant Awuse, OCJ Okocha, PDP chairman in Rivers State Desmond Akawo, Oke Chinda, Barry Mpigi, Allwell Onyeso, and Ipalibo Harry Banigo. Others are Adawari Pepo, Olakanwogu, Ima Ayawu, Sam Jaja, Felix Obwa, Ken Chikere, Felix Nweke, Frank Owo, Kelechi Nwogu, Dom Deka, Vumai Yaye, and Kenneth Kubani, among others. I wish I could play a little bit of the sound bite for you, so you could hear them say, we stand by the former governor. He is our political leader. There is no going back on that. Okay, all right.
Thank you very much, Senator Olako. Thank you very much. Our leaders, gentlemen of the press, good afternoon to all of you.
This is a press statement by the River State Leaders Forum. We have followed with discomfort the recent events in our state that have culminated in the desecration and arson attack on the hallowed chamber of the River State House of Assembly, the removal of the leader of the Assembly, Hon Edison Ehie, his suspension along with 3 others, the counter actions of Hon Ehie and his trial group with his claim of the impeachment of the Speaker, Right Honorable Martin Amewule, the suspension of some members loyal to the Speaker, Amewule, with the elevation of Hon Ehie to the position of Speaker. We have also followed the public appearance and speech of the Governor of Rivers State at the Government House and at the State Assembly Complex and his encounter with the police. We are aware of the various allegations that these unfortunate events are linked to the former governor of the state and Minister of the FCT, His Excellency Wike. We have listened to the various insinuations of ethnic undertone, especially that Governor Fobra is a Jew and is marked for impeachment to pave way for the continuation of Ikwere governor. We met with our governor, His Excellency Simlaye Fobra, and Honorable Minister, His Excellency Wike, and wish to state as follows: that Nyesom Wike is the undisputed leader of the political family that produced Governor Sim Fobra. The 3 senators in the National Assembly, the 11 members of the House of Representatives National Assembly, all 32 members of the State House of Assembly, all 23 local government chairmen, and the entire councillors of the 23 local government areas. That His Excellency Simlaye Fobra and all the above elected office holders in Rivers State belong to the same political family.
Okay, so I mean, they said all the things that I had to, spend 3 minutes on that recording so you can get a proper insight to what the press briefing by the elders in Rivers State. You have to respect the elders, right? But they stand by the former governor of Rivers State. All right. So what's your reaction to that as well? I'd like to hear from you. What is your reaction to that? Well, let's go now to the final big story for the hour. And I'm looking at the NLC President Joe Ajaero being beaten in Imo State yesterday. He was beaten properly, I should say, from the pictures I've seen. However, police in Imo State have denied any involvement in the beating of Joe Ajaero, the president of the NLC. As a matter of fact, the police are saying that he is in protective custody. I saw a report like that. I have to go back to that one. Why was Joe Ajaero in Imo State? According to stories on various national dailies, in Imo State, workers have not been paid for about 20 months. They have not been paid their salaries. And now the first thing that comes to my mind is, if that report is true, have the workers in Imo State been surviving? How have they been getting by? I mean, you and I, we get our salaries or we get our income, and yet we complain. We say it's not enough. Then talk more of the people who, don't get a dime after working for 30 days. Oh my goodness. So I'm thinking, but then again, it brings us back to the conversation that we've been having, which surrounds the efficacy of labor unions in Nigeria. And I remember the last time I talked about labor, I asked if they have lost their salt, right? I think that question applies yet again to the news headline that we have seen today. He goes there to protest. We remember that we're going to have a protest in Imo State. Was it yesterday? And that happened. We then heard the report that he was first apprehended, and then later we had the report that he was beaten. However, I saw one of the headlines in the morning saying it was police custody and he was not beaten, and the police are denying any involvement. And I wonder when the police will ever take responsibility. I'm not saying they did it. I'm not saying, but I mean, every one time it's not our man, or it's not, we that did it. It wasn't us, or mistaken identity, like in the case of the governor. I mean, we get the stories all the time. But I also want to get your reactions on that one. I want to get what you think about the police denying their involvement in the brutalization of the NLC president, Joe Ajaero. However, human rights lawyer Femi Falana is calling for the arrest and prosecution of those who allegedly brutalized the national president of the NLC, Joe Ajaero. Falana said this while faulting the statement by the police on Ajaero's arrest. Recall that the police had denied arresting the NLC president during the union's rally in Owerri, Imo State yesterday. So if you are in Owerri, I know sometimes you can hear me from there. If you are in Owerri, please, I'd like to hear from you. Is it true that civil servants, I mean, we've been getting those reports, but I'd like to hear from a civil servant in Owerri. Have you guys been receiving salaries? Really? Because we get the governor has been, we've had so many good reports. So tell me, have you received salaries in the last, 10 to 20 months? I'd like to hear from you. And also, what do you think could have happened? My brothers in Owerri, I'd like to hear from you once again. What do you think would have happened that resulted in the beating? Badly, he was badly beaten in the beating of Joe Ajaero, NLC president. I'd like to hear from you. There is a commercial break coming up. After the commercial break, I'll go straight to the phone lines, and I would like to hear your views. Remember, we're live on Facebook, Nigeria Info PH. We are active on X, Nigeria Info PH, and we are live on YouTube, Nigeria Info PH. I'd like to hear your thoughts after the commercial break. You can start sending in your WhatsApp messages to the number 0809 0306416. Once again, 0809 0306416. All right, when I do come back, I'll talk to you and you talk to me as well. And that's what makes it interactive, right? Just stay tuned. All right, welcome back. 26 minutes gone past the hour of 3. I am Kalada Kurubatabo. You're listening to Hard Facts on 92.3 Nigeria Info. It's time for me to interact with you, but first let's look at some of the messages that have come in. Good day, Mr. Kalada Kurubatabo. Caught stopping the impeachment process of Governor Fugbara. This is a step in the right direction because as far as I, Owanate Clinton West, is concerned, Governor Fugbara has not done or committed any gross misconduct. Let Governor Fugbara be allowed to rule and give the people of Rivers State the dividends of democracy. Governor Fugbara should be very careful with notable politicians in the state. Owanate Clinton West. I am Ewo. For me, they are not my elders because elders don't talk like that. Okay. I'm not going to read the last part of your message. Let's take respect for elders, please. Good afternoon, Canada. I appreciate the steadfastness and sagacity of the elders by standing on the truth and also acknowledging His Excellency Nyesom Wike as the undisputed leader of Rivers State. My question now is, where were these people praising Sim Fugbara when all the elders together with our highly esteemed leader Nyesom Wike was canvassing support for Fugbara moving from one LGA to another? Nyesom Wike's structure in Rivers State can never be taken away from him. He will be alive and reap the fruit of his labor in Rivers State. I will start with Eric from Thai. Eric, what is on your mind?
Yeah, Kalada, good afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon. Welcome.
I think my contribution this afternoon is that I'm just surprised at the names you just called.
Okay.
As those who signed this document.
Okay.
I think all these members of these elders are part of the PDP as a political party.
Okay.
And people like me have been thinking that the governor could have given us a state broadcast since this incident happened. But I've not heard him in a state broadcast explaining what actually happened to him on that day. Until now. And these men who are talking have not been able to tell us exactly what the governor did that warranted this kind of action. But right now they coerce the governor into a meeting. And I want to advise the governor to know that he has an opportunity. And he has a golden pen in his hand.
All right.
And this opportunity is once and for all.
All right.
And finally, if he's interested in the freedom and liberation of Rivers people, I think he should be careful about the handwriting and the signatures that have been tendered against him.
Okay.
Otherwise, he shouldn't allow the hundreds of thousands of Rivers who actually supported him, including the ones that were arrested and granted bail, their effort to be in vain, because we are seeing it as an opportunity to free the state from the hands of those who want to push this state into trouble and anarchy. Imagine the caliber of people who thought they cannot see and went ahead to endorse this kind of thing. And for more than 2 days, the former governor did not say anything.
All right, Eric.
We never knew that something was fishy.
All right, Eric, I've got to go.
Our governor should be careful.
All right, you should be careful. I've heard you. Thank you very much. Robin from HA, welcome.
Canada, my brother, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
As I used to say, that a doom day will come, that those who are refusing to talk, more so elders, the clergy, that is going to affect all our sundry. We are getting close there. Some persons had a document and supported one man who in this scenario is a father against a son who happens to be the current governor. I cannot imagine names that I hear there, that they are elders. Some of them at my age, and they are senior with over 15 years. Not an elder, because I do not belong to a political party.
All right.
Rivers State does not belong to PDP, APC, or any other party in that matter.
All right.
River State belongs to us all. And those who signed that document with the former governor should explain to River State people who bombed the state assembly.
Okay.
Because the governor has come up to tell us that impeachment is constitutional. It's burning down a state House of Assembly constitutional.
I think that's the work of the police, and I hope the police will get to the root of it, the bottom of it.
Why has the police? Today is what? Thursday. This
Yeah.
happened
Sunday night.
Monday.
Yeah.
What has police not spoken? These are all conspirators that who have ganged up to continue to enjoy our collective patrimony.
All right.
And River State people should know them.
All right,
They
Robert.
are elders of PDP, not elders of River
All right,
State.
thank you very much. Elders of
Good afternoon,
PDP.
Madam Farmer.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've got Ida. Okay, Ida's call has ended. Real Gift from Port Harcourt Township. Real Gift, welcome on the show. What is on your mind?
Good afternoon to you, Chief K.
Good afternoon, Real Gift.
Chief K,
Uh-huh.
we are told in my community, when grown adult men decide to go play naked with children in the sand, the children will touch his balls and ask him if it is donut or scotch egg. So when you see some of these messages or some of the write-ups or whatever, you don't blame the children again.
Okay.
Now, the Senate Rivers Elders Forum, every 90% of those names are still members of the PDP.
Okay.
That is one. Two, how come they met with the governor, according to them? They met with the minister of the FCT. How come, rather than coming to tell us Rivers people say, TRCB or TRCNOB, they are not telling us that the former governor is the undisputed.
Yeah, so maybe Real Gift. Let me break it down. Maybe you've not. This is what I understand. So they are saying that the son disobeyed the father, and you should understand that the father is the father, and he is undisputed. That's basically what they have said.
See, that is not what they are telling us. That is your own interpretation. Let me interpret it my own way.
Okay, let's hear you.
Has to look at issues from their own perspective.
Okay.
There's a way you look at the sun, you go to say they're round.
Okay.
And there's a way you go look at me, you go take say, nah, it's horizontal. For me, when they came out to blame the governor,
okay,
no member of the state assembly did wrong, what are we talking about? They are elders. I think even if you scold an elder behind the curtain, even when you scold the child, there's a way you don't scold the child. The child will say, yes, I don't do wrong. And elders don't scam. After all, we are told that there is no way elder will be in the house and a goat will have a rope around her legs while she wants to put to bed. The elders were there before this thing blew out.
All right.
That means that snowballed before now. For me, I think the elder just let me realize that it doesn't matter how big your palm is. You can't use it to cover the moon.
All right, Real Gift. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ida from Nkoro is back. Ida, welcome.
Yeah, Kalala, thank you very much. God bless you.
Yeah, welcome.
I want to talk about the elders who went to Abuja to answer. Well, my brother, me, my father is not there. He's a Christian, I'm a career. My uncle is not there, who is a cows. I have like 100 uncles, they are not there. So I don't know that those who are Rivers elders. They are wicked friends. So they should not sleep Rivers State. And the governor has not done anything. The governor is yearning to work for Rivers people. Say they want to work for Rivers people. So I don't know where the impeachment is coming from.
All right.
You should leave the governor alone to do his work.
All right.
The governor says, tell me what is my fault. Then I will say, if I do bad, I will tell Rivers people that I did bad. If I did good, Rivers people will know. Come and tell Rivers people what this governor did that people want to impeach him. They cannot.
All right.
Is our speaker.
No. All right. Thank you very much, Ida. That's not the truth. Like I've said 1,000 times already, everything is remaining as it was before, Sunday, attack on the House of Assembly complex. But I've got Frank from D-Line. Frank, welcome on the show. Let's get talking, please.
Good afternoon, Kalada.
Yeah, good afternoon.
What do you react on the brutality of NLC chairman Joe Ajeru yesterday?
Okay.
It's highly condemnable.
Okay.
And police deny that they are not responsible.
Yeah.
Who did?
How can they beat that man to that level? It's highly condemnable. I don't like. They have to show some respect. That man, as an NLC chairman, there's the level to beat that man. Then for River State here, the issue between the governor and his predecessor. I want River people to allow them to resolve it. It's just like as governor said yesterday, the father and son. Whatever be the case, we have only one state, don't have any other one. What we need the River State here is peace and tranquility.
All right.
Let us pray for peace. This is my comment. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Frank from D-Line. Thank you very much. Let's go on Facebook and look at some of the messages. Christopher Simir Piri says the people that visited him are not South leaders or elders. They are his party kingsmen loyal to him from River State. We know our South leaders, our leaders and elders that are not partisan. We have highly respected elder statesmen, well known to Nigerians for all the so-called elders from the state that visited, apart from the likes of Anabrabra, Sam Jaja and OCJ. We don't even know those other names in the state. As for Bomai Yaye and the senators, these are his friends and loyalists. Okay, News in Ikira says, Dear Kalada, Imo protest. One feared dead, others injured, Ajero brutalized. The president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Joe Ajero, was brutalized by security forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in Imo State yesterday, yet Nigerian workers are at work. In our days, brutalizing Adams Oshumale or Frank Ovio Kokori would have shut down the entire country. This is how low we've gotten. Cry, the beloved country. However, the security agencies say it wasn't them. So that's where the problem is. They say it wasn't them. So now we're looking for the perpetrators. We're looking for the people who perpetrated that act in the Imo State. But then the police say it wasn't me. They're denying it. Then Joyce Wokuma, Governor Sim should have allowed his first tenure to elapse before picking up on his boss, or didn't he remember that Honorable Nyesom Wike will also play a major role during his election and return to office for second tenure? My thoughts though. Okay. Engineer Oforum Henry, good day, Mr. Kalada. I think former Governor E.N. Wike should please take all his political structures to FCT and allow Governor Sim Fugbara to move Rivers State forward. Secondly, those who call themselves Rivers elders and not, but PDP elders, they should also have a rethink and allow Sim Fugbara to move on with our beloved state. Thank God Ability Atuegbu says, we are interested in knowing the offense of Governor Fugbara that he committed that will warrant his impeachment. Man of the people, do you know that I am an elder? You're telling me for the first time. Thank God, Elder Tango, thank you very much for your message on Facebook. Emmanuel Silvanus Okuna Viobo says, this father and son settlement will sweep the issues under the carpet. We want to know the sins of Fugbara. We want to know Wike's response to all the financial allegations. By now, you should have heard that the former governors denied asking, for any financial inducement. I mean, what do they call it now? He's denied the allegations. Let's put it that way. He has denied the allegations of any attempts to take money from the state coffers. Well, let's see this one now. It's those who are trying to undermine the governor and project. Those who are trying to undermine the governor and project above the ex-governor are actually mischief makers. They are doing all they can to frustrate the governor and ensure he does nothing of his own except ex-governor supports or dictates it. This is unacceptable. Andy Oibo. Asito Car from Mile 3 says, greetings, Canada. Elders have been bought over and conquered by one man. This is a beautiful opportunity for the governor of Rivers State, or the governor and Rivers people, to be liberated, and the governor is blowing it away like a piece of ash. I hope he doesn't cry foul a few months from now, like Joe Ajero, who, after aligning with the federal government because of, I can't read that part, it's an allegation. You said at the expense of the people is not weeping bitterly. I see the worst days waiting for him, and Rivers people will call it family matter like he has claimed. I pity for him going forward. Let's go back to the phone lines now, take some few calls. I'll come back and I'll read some more messages both on Facebook and WhatsApp, and even on X and YouTube. All right, let's get your thoughts. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. All right, I've got Clinton, and Clinton is calling from Bori. Clinton, welcome. What is on your mind?
Yeah, Kalada, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, I want to look at this from this angle.
Okay.
Personally, I don't think this is an ethnic tussle between anybody.
Okay.
I think it's a fight to control the resource of River State. That is what is happening now. So they are refusing to tell us the truth. It's not about structure, Canada. There's something happening that these people don't want to tell us.
Okay.
But going forward, the elders that met last night and read the communique, Canada, it was very, very demeaning. They demeaned the office of the executive governor of River State. Because if you are an elder, your duty is to make peace. And when you're making peace, you don't go on media to make peace. You go behind closed doors. You call the parties involved and settle the matter. You don't go and side one person that, we are with this person, or you are at fault in the media. So they are just paying allegiance to the governor. They are telling the former governor, rather. So I pray that Rivers people, we want peace in River State. We want peace.
All right.
So they should be able, as elders, they are really elders. But what I'm saying is that they are PDP elders or they are wicked elders. They should be able to make call both parties to order.
All right.
And ensure that the Commonwealth of Rivers people are secure and not mortgaged. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Clinton. Talking about the elders, for those of you who are very conversant with what is written in the Bible, you will remember the time David was king and the time Solomon was king, they had elders who gave them premium advice. I think there was one king who did not reign for long because he despised the advice that came from the elders. So think about it. Daniel from Transamadi, welcome on the show.
Yeah, Kalada, good afternoon.
Yeah, greetings, welcome.
Labour President in between in Owerri. For me, I'm not in support of violence. And the government over the years have shown that the civil servants is none of their business. They will decide to pay, decide to own them whenever they choose it. But Labour is a channel in which people use to say this is our anger in a civil disobedience. And that channel have died over the years as a result of perception from the people that Labour and the government look like it is brother and sisters relationship they are having.
Okay.
Because I don't say this, I take example. Subsidy is gone, 600. You now call for protest, a lot of people are ready. You go in for negotiation, you cut it off. And you are negotiating with people that are new. They will not even in any way obey 1% of whatever agreement you have with them. And that is why the speculation will look like the Labour leaders will just go there, collect money and go. And you now come to Owerri. They think that the politician will not react. Do you think if politicians knew that when they touch you, there will be a lot of protests in Enugu, a lot of protests in Port Harcourt, a lot of protests in Onitsha, a lot of protests in so many states, they will do that? They will not do that. There is something that government is very afraid of. Civil disobedience. Big example. October 2020. That is the end of war. SARS in Nigeria. Only that movement brought the end of SARS. Even those that have already taken them to other departments in police. But that is to show you the power that people have. When there is a civil disobedience, there may be a change of government.
All right.
And there's no politician that wants that because they know the power people have. And the only way people can do that is through labor union. And the same thing, the only chance that people have collapsed as a result of bad leadership. So for me, they brought it upon themselves because politicians have already know that we will beat you, nothing will happen.
Okay.
People are not even having confidence in you anymore. So I don't know. In terms of River State, yeah, seriously, I don't know the structure every one of them is talking about. If it is structure that River State money have to be shared, that is not be a good structure. That is not development.
All right, Daniel,
you watch his back.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Sorry, Actor. Gideon from Bielsa. Gideon, welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, Gideon, welcome.
Yeah, I believe the elders to be in a good position to handle this issue.
Okay.
And the way they are going about it, it's not that nice.
Okay.
They are being one-sided. They should be able to call the both parties together in an indoor meeting, discuss with them, and settle the whole issue, not going to media or prosecuting one person or the other.
Okay. All right then. All right. Thank you very much, Gideon, for your take all the way from Bielsa State. The elders should be neutral and they should not take sides and they should be able to bring about peace. I am for peace. I am for peace. But the elders are saying no. The former governor, E.N. Wike, is the undisputed leader of the governance structure in Rivers State. So the 3 senators, all of the House of Reps member, 11 of them, I believe, the 31 members of the House of Assembly, and all of them, you know, are under the structure of of the former governor. And Durant's calling from MOI. Welcome. And Durant, let's get to hear your take on this.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah, greetings.
Okay. I want to talk about the brutalization of the stable government.
Okay. All right.
I'm very, very worried about that.
Okay.
Because if any government can just arrest the labor chairman and just brutalize like that, we started for the speaking of is something else. Because they are just saying that the LS they are naturally dead. If it can just be they can just brutalize the labor chairman like that. So I think the LSP and the EG should rise up and speak up against this brutality. And the police need to apologize publicly.
Apologize for what they have denied. I'm wondering what the apology will be for.
Okay, but no, they said in their custody. So what happened to
they said it was protective, protective custody. It was a protection arrest. They were not the ones who beat him out. They just protected him. They arrested him so that they can protect him.
Explain to Nigeria who did that to Comrade Joaju.
All right then. He
shouldn't just be swept under the carpet like that.
All right then. Thank you very much, Endurance. Let's read some more messages. Emmanuel Silvanus Okuna Viobo comes back with this, says, laugh out loud. Can he also deny handpicking 90% of Fubara's commissioners and aides? That denial from Wike with a one-word statement is watery and totally unconvincing to any sane mind and intellectual. All right. Jimbo Baraye Caribon Nelson on Facebook says, Canada, it is worth noting that NLC President is not proactive in his unionist approach. That is why he is being attacked by the agents of the government as governorship election in Imo State draws near. Over time, Ajero played with the mentality of workers and ordinary citizens of Nigeria in the name of workers' welfare without fruitfulness. I feel disappointed and weep for my once beloved country. But then again, could you think of it from this perspective? The elections are next month, right? Oh, we're in November already. So the elections are, this month, as a matter of fact, in 9 days. And then you are going there, I think it was yesterday, so we'll say 10 days. You're going to the state and you're going to protest. And, some people are already beginning to think that there is some affiliation between the Labour Party and the NLC. So when you look at it from that angle, or when you think about it from that angle, maybe they feel that the protest, even though it's for the wages that have not been paid according to the labor union, it could also be interpreted as, you're coming to fight against the sitting government. Think about it from that angle. But let's take some more messages on WhatsApp. I've got a couple of them. Where do we start from now? This one says it is worth. Okay, I think I've read it. Caribou Nelson. I read your message on this shameful political drama and the consequent reconciliation. Let the elders not turn themselves stubborn fans, rather should be true elders of all seasons who can stand by the truth and put greed and selfishness put off greed and selfishness in their peace settlement bid. River State is watching their roles as elders. Okay. That's from Elder Joel Adolphos from Degema. Dear Kalada, the people that made the press release are PDP elders and not Rivers elders. Through Rivers men are okay. I think you meant true Rivers men are praying that Governor Sim should move on from that prison that Wike has put him at a detriment of Rivers people. This one says, "Good afternoon, Canada. Is ex-Governor Wike contesting for an election now before talking about structure? And for Governor Sim, if there is any game he's playing or planning to play that causes the uproar, he should watch it and know that he's just 5 months in office out of 4 years, because a toad did not run in the daytime without a cause. He should face governance and deliver the dividend of democracy to the people." Okay, Lady V, thank you very much for that one. I'll take a couple. It's almost time for me to stop the conversation. When I heard the way those men were cheering and clapping for Wike when he was addressing them, I knew that they actually went there for their own prayers in their mailboxes. Father and son relationship or not, there is love lost already. It is just a matter of time, and the wind will blow, and all the secrets, the foul, will be blown open. I get your point. Compromised elders fanning embers of war in the state. Abia State has been liberated. Time to liberate River State is now. Mr. John. All right, Mr. John, thank you. As I says, I blame the real elder statesmen of River State for the problem in the state, since they decided to turn their back and allow things to go the way they did. For sure, those that visited the FCT minister were just his friends and political associates. This one says, what structure is he claiming? We'll talk about that. Trust me, we would. We'll talk about the structure. Let's see. Good evening, Canada. It appears to me that the governor's offense that earned him the impeached attempt was the alleged threat to the former governor's political structure. My worry, however, is how one man's political structure became a gross misconduct under the Constitution to call for the impeachment. Nigeria, and particularly River State, should grow up. Owanemi Dembo from Billy Town. Okay, that's how far I can go. Because we've got a commercial coming up. But trust me, when I do come back, we'll talk some more. We will take a break from the political drama in River State, and we'll go to the national, where we hear that there is a supplementary budget, and therein there are huge amounts of money budgeted for the renovation of houses and for the buying of SUVs. All right, stay tuned.
The show continues after this break on Nigeria Info.